Manners, a look at good conduct and etiquette in the office, at home, and on the internet. We welcome in personal coaching consultant Pam Chambers. Hello, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, I thought you'd be perfect for this segment. I feel like there's such a divide right now in the country, you know, with this election year. Etiquette is a word that I'm just not hearing a lot of these days. Proper conduct and etiquette. It is unfortunate. And so we thought it might be fun and educational to have someone come in and kind of remind us all about some good etiquette. And because the focus of today's show seems to be heavily on election and the inauguration, we thought we'd ask you some questions having to do with that topic.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. First question. Should we avoid talking about controversial political topics altogether?
All my life I've heard, do not talk about religion or politics in a social setting, that those are dangerous topics, and especially now, it seems.
Okay, so you agree
I would
with
not
that?
be the one to bring it up.
Okay.
For sure.
That's good. Yeah, I don't. Number two, how can we help to change the subject or change the topic if the conversation seems to make others uncomfortable? I love this question because this is a true story. I was having lunch with some friends a couple of weeks ago, and someone did bring up the election, and you could tell it was a divided group, and people felt uncomfortable. So what's the best way to change the subject?
I've seen that happen too. What I like to do is something like, there's something I would like all of your advice about. Could I get your advice? This makes them feel important, and everyone loves to give advice, and a little clap of the hands can break that tension.
Yeah.
Or, I've been meaning to ask you about that necklace. What is the story behind that necklace? Putting the focus on someone else.
Okay, that's good. That's a good good note, good tip. Because then, like you said, it turns it around, and they will probably catch the hint as well. I would think so.
And everyone will feel relieved, like, whew, got through that uncomfortable moment.
Yes, and you're the one to save the day.
Yes.
All right, number three, must we feel obligated to answer direct questions about our personal beliefs? That's a good question.
I think it depends on the relationship and where you want that relationship to end up going in your life. So if you don't care what people think, go ahead and answer. But it could be detrimental to your career, your relationships, if you talk about something that ends up being divisive. So I would say, I'm on a diet talking about that subject for now, so let's talk about you.
Okay, I like that.
I'm on a diet.
Yeah,
about
I've had enough. I'm trying to cut back. Okay, next, how can we read others and know when to drop the subject?
Well, I've had the similar experience that you talked about, and the table just grew silent. It was as if the elephant was in the room that we weren't talking about. The eyes went down, the body language shifted, and you can read that, you can feel it, and we all felt it, but no one really knew what to do about it.
So really, it's paying attention.
Yes.
Paying attention to those cues. That's good. Years and years and years ago, I was at a friend's anniversary party. They were celebrating, I believe, their 30th wedding anniversary. And I remember asking the man, what is the secret to a long, happy marriage? And he said, pay attention.
Oh.
Pay attention to those cues.
Nice.
If something's bothering your wife or whatever it may be, but pay attention. And that sounds kind of like what you're saying here, right?
Right. Body language is so revealing if we know how to read it. And so a good TV show to watch is that show called Lie to Me, which is a show about a deception expert who learned how to read body language to solve crimes.
Wow.
It's a great show.
Okay, I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Okay, this question is funny, but, during election season, you see, the candidates go up on stage and they give speeches. There will always be somebody in the background who is dozing off or not paying attention. So what can we do kind of as an audience member to help the speaker feel supported?
Good question. So the audience can really affect the outcome for the speaker. So if you're my friend and you're in negative body language, I might say, I might do that. If it's someone I don't know and they're chatting with a neighbor or being rude in that way, I might look over and kind of do that, but not stink eye.
Okay.
not glaring.
Yeah,
But
no.
just a little raised eyebrow, like, oh, could we all listen?
Yeah. Well, hopefully through this segment, people will now be more aware of what they're doing, because that really is taking away from the person who's speaking, and they may not even be your intention, but that's inevitably what would happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pam, thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome. Thank you.
I thought this would be a fun segment, and who knows, we may do future segments too, because we are always getting questions from our viewers. Yeah, etiquette
What should
questions.
I do about this? What's the
Yes.
right thing to do?
Yeah, lots of questions out there.
Thank you.
All right, having access to the right products and materials